What? Stop. Hey, everybody. Hey. What's up? Guess who got her cell phone tripod? Y'all coming in with the hearts today. I love it. Hey. Hey, everybody. What's up, Timberly? Hey, everybody. How you doing? Y'all giving the love already, and we ain't even gotten started yet. What y'all feel about this lighting? What's up? What's up? What's up? Listen, there's a little man or a little head down in the right-hand corner. Oh, Katy, Texas, right here in Carrollton. If y'all will tap that little head over there where the number is and share with your followers on Twitter and Facebook, that'd be great because we about to get into it. All right, listen. The bacon part is going to take a little bit for all of you. No, thank you guys for inviting people. Thank you for the hearts. That's what's up. It's going to be a quick, relatively, because y'all know I like to talk, scope, okay? So, I got y'all on a tripod today, so we're going to see how this go. Loving the hearts, loving the hearts. Let me turn this music, turn it down a little bit. Okay, I feel like I'm yelling. Listen. So I'm about to make this cabbage. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, you already saw the ingredients. Feel what I'm saying? But just in case you didn't, let me show you the ingredients. Boom. Oh, y'all, it's rough in these streets, okay? I'm learning to adjust with this new tripod. All right. So, I'm loving this. Let me get my water over here. Hell, I know, I'm sorry. Look, your girl is trying to adjust, okay? But this is what I'm gonna do. So the first thing is, I got some bacon here, okay? I'm dizzy, I know, I'm sorry, Red Rubies. I'm sorry, girl. Listen, I got the bacon here, right? Oh, thank you. This is Cherry Picking by Wet n Wild, okay? Holla for the drugstore. I got some bacon here. Now listen, I know some of y'all don't do pork. I don't know what to tell you. So the key here is when you're getting ready to cook bacon, okay, there's only two, Wet n Wild. Listen, I don't discriminate, okay? There's only a couple of things to do, right? You can either render bacon or you can fry it. Those are the only two things you can do with it, okay? When you render bacon, girl, use what you want. We ain't really eating. Listen, I know, it's just all about the, we're going to learn something that y'all going to learn today, okay? So that y'all know, for all my real Kevin Hart fans. But listen, you can only render bacon or fry it. So while I'm talking, hold on, let me turn this on. I'm going to go ahead and put my bacon in the pan. All right. But it says, hey, so happy to see you live. Yes, chocolate drop. The only thing that makes bacon taste better is bacon. This is true, okay? And thank you guys for sharing on Facebook and Twitter. And thank you for the hearts already. But listen, so I got the bacon in the pan. Okay, we're going to get this closer. I'm going to figure out how we're going to get this closer in a second. But when you want to pull the fat out of bacon, right, and you want it to get really, really crispy, you want to render it. Have you this Cat Williams? Yes, bacon wrapped in bacon, covered in bacon. Listen, cooked in bacon fat. But when you want to get as much fat out of the bacon as possible, you want to render the bacon, okay? So when you do that, you want to put it in a cold pan. In a cold pan with no oil, okay, to render the bacon. We're not going to fry it, okay? So this is what happens. People get their pan real hot. They put the bacon in the pan. The bacon get all crispy and burnt, and still I got on this fat on it. I see MCP in the building. What? Holla at me for my Tuskegee folks out there. TU. Okay. But anyway, render bacon equals cold pan. That's right. When you want to fry bacon, which I rarely fry bacon because I want the fat to come out. Yeah, I was sidetracked. I'm sorry. I get excited. You know, I'm a TU fam. I went to Tuskegee. You know what I'm saying? Got to show them some love. But yeah, cold pan to render bacon to get the fat out, to get as much fat out as possible, to make the bacon as crispy as possible, okay? I rarely put bacon into a hot pan because it's going to easily start to seize up, get crispy, and it's still going to have a lot of fat on it. So let's get y'all adjusted here, right? Shall we? Yeah, hold on. It's going to be like a roller coaster ride because I want to get y'all adjusted, okay, so we can get into this. I like my bacon limp. I like crispy bacon. Who said they like that bacon limp? Why? Why would you do such things? Listen, what is it? Feed, runner, chef. Listen, that's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? I teach. I don't just do recipes. No shade to anybody, but I teach while I'm at it. Okay. Oh, y'all, listen. Look at this. We have come up in a small amount of time. And I'm going to raise y'all up a little bit. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, look, 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 look. Oh, my gosh, you're coming up. All right. All right, y'all. We're a little lopsided, but we in there. Ooh, you can see. Y'all, your girl finally got, yes, you are working it out. I finally got the little attachment for my cell phone. So, let me grab something right here. All the moments I'm hurled to stop. I want, what? I don't know what that means. Okay, so I got my bacon in the pan. And I want it on relatively medium heat. Okay, I don't want it super hot. I'm going to break it up. I want it in one nice layer. Can y'all see this? I guess I can tilt it. There we go. I want it in like a nice even layer, not in a whole lot of heat. There's no fat in here. And I just want this to slowly bring out the fat, okay? Slowly. So, we're going to let that hang out. Then, as if it weren't exciting enough, okay, I got the rest of the ingredients here. And while that bacon is going, we're going to get these ready. Let me get y'all up on the board. Listen, y'all ready for that? Can y'all look at that? Look at the view, okay? So I already chopped up some of the cabbage. I'm gonna go ahead and chop up the rest. It's just me. Ooh, purple cabbage, we fancy. Yes, boo, we are fancy. You can do this same technique with green cabbage, but I would encourage you to leave out the apple that I'm gonna put in it, okay? So all I'm gonna do is take my knife. Did you go to culinary school? Yes, I did. I not only did the culinary program, the savory side, but I also did the bacon and pastry program. Holla at your girl, okay? Multifaceted, up in this piece, professionally trained. So if you guys missed my knife skills video, apples and cabbage in red cap, trust me. Trust me, boo. Trust me with the apples. Listen, it's a classic combination in Texas. Yes, I did. So if you missed my knife skills class, it's still available online. If you follow me on Google+, you'll figure out where it is. Okay, but I need to take the core out. So I'm just going to go in. Now we're just going to take this core out. Boom. Okay? That's trash. All right. I'm going to try to look at these comments and chop at the same time, but don't expect too much. So I take the outer layer out if it's too thick, you know what I'm saying? Actually, that looks pretty good. I'm not going to fool with that. And then I'm just doing a little slice on it because I don't like big chunks. I need to be able to eat this, okay? Y'all, this lighting is bomb. Are you feeling me on this lighting? Give me some hearts if you feeling the lighting. I was thinking of attending a culinary school. Please recommend a good one. I went to the Art Institute of Dallas, but listen, I don't know where you live, but if you are near a good community college that has a culinary program, I'm gonna tell you to go with that because they're so expensive. I actually thought about doing a series on, thank you guys for the hearts. I thought about doing a series on, you know, why I went to culinary school. I'm not sure where Katy, Texas is. Is it close to Dallas? Because you can go to El Centro or you can go to Collin County Community College. But I thought about doing a series on, like, you know, for aspiring chefs and all that. Yes, I'm going to take one at the community college where I live in Houston. And I think there's an art institute there, but that, I mean, they're expensive. All right, y'all. So listen, we got our cabbage cut up. Y'all are going to be amazed how much this shrinks, okay? I mean, anybody who's ever cooked cabbage, you know this. I'm still waiting on FedEx to bring that meatloaf chef. Listen, what had happened was I ate it. You know what I'm saying? And then my homegirl came by that y'all saw, if y'all saw the scope, and she ate, you know what I'm saying? Well, then my mama had found out that I had made the meatloaf, you know what I'm saying? And then she had came by, and then I had another friend stop by, and they was hungry, so, you know, I couldn't deny, you feel what I'm saying? What kind of chef would I be if I didn't feed the peoples? All right, so I'm sorry about that. So, cabbage is chilling, right? Segue to the bacon. Listen, oh, Listen, we're gonna fix this. The bacon is chilling, but I want y'all to see the fat is coming out and the bacon is still not overcooked, okay? But we're gonna turn it up a little bit. I gotta figure out how to keep this thing. We're gonna fall into the bacon. I know. I gotta figure out how to keep this thing from rotating. Oh, I got an idea. How about this? Oh, you know what? That's because my thing is loose. Okay, y'all about to go on a whirlwind real quick. So either buckle your seatbelts, or close your eyes, or hold your stomach, or something. I gotta screw this in. All right. Ha! Now we can do the landscape view, boo. So just adjust your phone. Okay, and then that way I can go bacon to cutting board. All right. I already did some onion earlier, as you can see here. But stop the ride. I want all her. I know. I'm sorry. Listen, but I gotta make it work. Listen. You ain't got to be perfect. You just got to get the job done. So before, you know, I was rigging y'all up like in a canister, like a flour canister. Now I got the attachment. Let the chef work with the attachment. Let me work. Let me figure it out. Okay, Granny Smith apple. You want a tart apple. All right, let me shine. Thank you. Can I be great? All right. I'm feeling my boobs is all up in the camera. All right, listen. Granny Smith apple. Obviously, you can either skin. The skin in this application, really not the business for me. So I'm just going to peel it. You know what I'm saying? Just got my little vegetable peeler here. Just a real quick peel. We're not doing nothing fancy. You could do this with a knife, but why? Why bitter? I'm not bitter, more tart, right? Because the cabbage, red cabbage, is a lot sweeter than green cabbage. Look at this. Your girl is bomb on the peeling scene. It's just the way the flavors play out. So in this application, whenever you're doing apples and pork, which is a classic combination, who's the bomb? Who's the bomb? Listen, I love it. That's the peel of the apple. You can eat this, by the way. Don't waste. Or you can compost with it, okay? So apple is peeled. But, you know, you just really don't want it to be overly sweet, and you don't want an apple that's going to turn to mush, right? So a Granny Smith apple is a nice firm apple that holds up well to cooking, which is why it's used in apple pies a lot. So that's one of the things. All right, let's chop it up. Boom, on the board. Okay, let me rinse my knife real quick. It's got cabbage on it. Doesn't really matter because it's all going into the same pot. We're just going to cut some of that off. Right? If you saw my Nice Skills video, you already know how to do this. It was free, by the way, so don't even, you know, whatever. And I kind of want this fairly small. Let me check on the bacon real quick, though. Let's pan to the bacon. This is working much better. Y'all, you see how my bacon is releasing a ton of fat, right? But it's not even fully cooked yet. That's what I want. But I'm stirring around a little bit, because I really want to get the fat out of there. And that's why you do this first, guys. You do this first. Y'all seem lopsided in the mug. Do you compost things for your garden? No, I don't even have a garden. I need an herb garden because I spend way too much money on herbs. But that may come next month. Let me get my life together. I just moved into this apartment. So, well, not just, like 2 months ago. But anyway, bacon is in here. All right, and this is why you do this first. Herbs, yes, herbs. This is why you do this first, so you can chop up the rest of your vegetables and stuff like that while you are rendering the bacon. So back to the apple. Here we go. Y'all can see that. Yeah, I'm struggling with the camera. We gonna get it together. There we go. All right, let's chop this up. I want this really, really small because I almost want it to like disappear into the cabbage when I cook it. So I'm just gonna slice it. Okay. Right. Well, I'm gonna slice it first. I'm gonna slice these first, and then I'm gonna kind of come back and dice it. Okay. Right. want it to turn too brown before I go. So if you know are wondering about my knife skills here, that's because, where are you? Where have you been your whole life? I got a little bit of the seed in here, so I went a little too far in, so let me cut some of that out. So a little bit of the seed there, and then we're just gonna slice it. What questions y'all have so far? So we got bacon in the pan, and y'all, this is like 4 or 5 ingredients. How many of y'all still say bacon grease? I just don't do it in a can like my grandma did. I do it in a nice little glass bowl, but don't judge me. Do a number 1 if you say bacon grease, a number 2 if you don't, okay? A number 1 if you do, a number 2 if you don't. Because some of y'all don't even eat bacon, which, okay, it's about 50-50. I'm going to eat this, though. It's so tart and sweet. Okay. We need it for the cabbage. Let's get our life together. All right, let me show you how small I want this. You do not have to do it this small. Right? I'm about to show you how I'm about to do it, though. Okay? You do not have to do it this small. I like it real small like that for this application. Because I just want it to be like a surprise in the background, and I want you to get a little bit in every bite. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Let's do some more. I'm trying to look at the comments and not cut my fingers off at the same time. So if I miss your question or your comment, you're just going to have to retype it if I'm looking down while I'm cutting. Because I love y'all, but not more than I love my fingers, okay? So look at this. This is beautiful. And I may not end up using all this apple because obviously I want to keep the ratio of cabbage to apple at a decent point. So we slicing it up. Lovely. Hey, y'all. Would y'all be interested? I mean, I don't know how many of you guys on here are aspiring chefs or home cooks, but would y'all be interested in me doing like a Q&A live where you can ask your questions about like culinary school, ratatouille and its peas, melt the flavors? Yes, yes. Just on my culinary school experience, how I chose the school, all that kind of stuff. Because I've been thinking about doing that, but I didn't know if anybody would be interested or not. So give me a 1 if you would be interested. Give me a 2 if you're like, I'm okay. Or if you know like somebody in your family, that would be a 1, yes. Or there's somebody in your family that's thinking about going to culinary school. Let's check the bacon. Look at all that fat. There's a lot of fat there, and yet our bacon is still not fully crispy, okay? Okay? That's why we're rendering it. Notice I'm on like, thank you for the, okay, so I'll do a video or a Periscope or something like that sometime here in the near future. Notice how I'm getting crispy, okay? But I'm still not fully cooked, and I've got a lot of the fat out. And then that way I can control how much fat I put in the final dish, okay? All right. All right, back to the apples. All right, so bacon, apples, onion, cabbage. That's pretty much how this is going to go. All right. How many of you guys shameful bacon fat need to go to the gym? I know, listen, I do need to go to the gym. How many of you guys actually were on my Night Skills live stream? Give me a 1 if you were on there, or if you caught the replay. Can you put a 1 in there if you caught the replay, or you watched it live, the Night Skills class? Awesome. Anybody else? No? Okay. Where were the rest of y'all at? Where was you at? What was you doing? Shame on you. You know what I'm saying? Girl trying to help you out. Is this rude? This is my first time here. Well, welcome. Listen, I'm sorry I'm eating. Well, welcome to the family. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit more apple, but that's it. I don't need too much. Actually, I'm going to stop right there. That's my jam in the background. Listen. I can't sing. Okay. All right, y'all. Now, I've already done the onion. I've already chopped it up. Bacon is looking good. We're going to turn the heat up a little bit. I've gotten a lot of fat out of it. So now I just want to crisp it up, okay? So I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit. And then I'm going to get a small container to put some of the fat in here in a minute. All right. Got a little container here that I'm going to put the excess bacon fat in. So, we're going to come in close now. How's that, y'all? Give me some hearts if that's a good view, if you want me to come a little bit closer. All right. Oh, perfect. Well, good. You can see everything. So you can see it's starting to crisp up, right? Lovely. So, I'm going to actually take the bacon out, guys, and put it on a saucer and drain it. And then that way I can strain my, or I can pour out some of my fat and not be worried about it. So, okay. Bacon is, look at this. Look how crispy that bacon is. It's not overly crispy, right? But it's just where we want it. So, right? Because I'm going to garnish with the bacon at the end. I'm going to just right on my paper towel. Look at how it's like beautiful and golden brown. This is what we call GBD, golden brown and delicious. If you feeling the golden brown and delicious, thank you for the hearts. Okay? That's how I like my bacon, okay? Crispy, golden brown, and look at the hearts. Y'all are awesome. I appreciate that. I was starting to think y'all wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be amazed at that small amount of bacon. Boo on the limp bacon. Boo, girl, boo. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's, never mind. I was about to say something so inappropriate, and this is a G-rated channel. Boo. Okay, listen. Let's get the bacon out of here. So whether you're doing, I know. Y'all already know. You already know, Red. You already know. Okay. So, I want y'all to see, first of all, watch how much fat is in here out of that little bit of bacon we had. Look at all that fat. Okay. So now, all of this brown stuff you want to keep. That's called fond. Okay. F-O-N-D. F-O-N-D. That ain't nothing but flavor. Why you will wash this afterwards, I don't know. No, you don't do this. So now I get to control. That's enough for knees and elbows. Exactly. So now I get to control F-O-N-D. Fond. I get to control how much fat goes back into this pan, okay? Because that's a lot from that little bit amount of bacon. Yes, fond. That's what it is right there. So I'm going to put a little bit back in here, okay? So I can get my onions in here, all right? So I've got about 1/4 of a red onion. If you don't have red onion, you can use yellow. I actually probably would have used yellow if I had it, okay? So that's into the pan. Now, I don't want this to caramelize, so, yeah, I'm teaching it. So I'm going to put a little salt in there. The reason why I put salt in here is because salt is what's called hydroscopic, okay? Salt is hydroscopic, which means when you put it on something, it's going to draw the moisture out, which is why I don't like putting salt in my marinades, because I don't want the moisture to come out of the meat, okay, guys? So, in the pan, we got the onions. Sometimes you do want your onions to caramelize, but this is not the time. I don't even really want them lightweight brown a whole lot. This is like a quick saute, y'all. Nothing smells better than bacon and onions, okay? Okay? So that's why I put a little salt in there, because it's going to pull the water out, and it's going to slow down the browning, because the cabbage itself is already sweet. The apples are already going to be slightly sweet. Okay, so we got the onions in there. And I got a little bit more onion over here that I'm going to go ahead and throw in as well. Okay, just because I like onion. What is this, like 4 ingredients? Listen, okay? So, and I'm not going to put a ton of salt in here because we had the bacon in here. Okay, so the color that you see on this is the color that's coming from the pan, right? All right, so that's looking good. You just want them to get a little bit of drools all over the comment section. Thank you, boo. You can drool in them hearts, okay? Listen. I'm going to put a little bit more bacon fat in here because I'm going to go in with the apples, okay? So, just so these get a little translucent, not a whole lot of salt. Boo. These apples about to go in here. Are y'all feeling me? Are you feeling me? Nice and small and tiny. And it's going to be a quick saute because then I'm going to go right in with the cabbage because I don't want it to be super whatever. So, apples in. You hear that sizzle? You always want to hear that sizzle, okay? Always. Let me tell you what happens to food when you don't hear that sizzle. Only two things happen when you put food into an oil or a fat. Only two things. Are y'all taking notes? Okay? Number one, if you put food in oil and you hear the sizzle, that means that any moisture in the food or on the food is immediately evaporating, okay? That's what you want, right? Whether you're deep frying, sauteing, grilling, you want to hear that sizzle. If you put food in oil or fat and you don't hear anything, then that food is soaking up the fat. This is how you get mushy fried potatoes. This is how you get greasy fried chicken. This is how you, whatever. So you always want to make sure, yes, soggy, that's the word I'm looking for. You always want to make sure that you're doing that. Y'all look at this. Don't that look good? Okay. Now, you have to taste along the way, okay? This, I mean, you could just do some pork, like a pork chop with this on top, little apple cider vinegar in there. But I'm gonna taste it because I don't want my apples mushy. Okay, I don't like mushy vegetables. So I'm gonna taste it. It looks beautiful. Look at it. Look, can y'all see that? It's so good. All right. A little bit more salt. Right? And then we're going to do some black pepper in here. Okay, y'all know I love black pepper. I love it, love it, love it. This is not where you want to put red pepper flakes, okay? Because that flavor combination really doesn't go well. But the black pepper really goes. And instead of using more bacon fat for the cabbage, I'm going to come in with a little bit of grapeseed oil. Just to keep it a little healthier, okay? All right. Now, check it out. The cabbage is going in, y'all. Y'all ready? So now we want to turn that heat up. This cabbage is going to release a lot of moisture, okay? So you want that pan to be hot. Y'all see that? I'm going to steal a piece of bacon though. Y'all hear how crispy it is? Hey, Grandma Zane. Girl, yes. Okay. In goes. And you may have to do this in parts, right? If you're depending on how large or small your pan is. Okay. So I want to get in there. Get some of the wilting going. Right? Yes. Hey, everybody. Y'all coming in halfway through the show. What's up? Making a little red cabbage. Okay? Listen. So I'm going to get this in here. So I've got the red onion. We rendered the bacon. We've got the red onions in here. We've got the apple here. Thank y'all for the hearts. Who's giving me all the love? I appreciate it. Hey, Drew. Listen. Can you smell the aroma? Smell it. Interesting fact. Did you know that cabbage is something that they don't make in hospitals because the smell sometimes when people aren't feeling well isn't the best on their stomach? Thank you guys for the hearts. Listen, I'm trying to get to 50,000 hearts. I feel like I be working hard for the scope and I don't be getting no love. How come y'all tell y'all peeps about me? Well, I thought we was better than that. Okay. A little bit more salt. Why? Because I'm going to bring out the moisture in the cabbage. I know it seems like a lot, but trust me, it's not. And I'm using kosher salt or sea salt. Let me look into your eyes. Don't ever look me in the eye. Use iodized salt when you are cooking. Ever. Okay. All right, now that we're done with that, we're going to get all the cabbage in here. Right? Boom, bang, pow. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a splash. I know. I'm going to do a little splash of chicken stock. Only use that at baking. That's right. Just a little splash of chicken stock. Okay? Not a ton. If you don't like pork and you want to keep this vegetarian, you can use vegetable stock, but why? No, it does not taste like green cabbage. Red cabbage has its own distinctive flavor, okay? So, we're going to stir this up. It's a little bit sweeter. It's not as cruciferous, so to speak, as green cabbage, which I love green cabbage, but green cabbage is definitely more savory. This is on the sweeter side, okay? You lost your connection, girl. Well, welcome back. Listen, I think it's a girl. Yeah, feed runner. I don't know if you're a girl. I'm sorry. I'm so most of the people on my scopes are ladies, so I apologize. Well, I know iodine salt. It's too aggressive in flavor, the iodine, and when they put iodine and salt back in the day, it's when, as a culture, particularly in America, we had iodine deficiencies, right? But we don't really need it anymore. I find that the flavor is too aggressive, and so your food ends up tasting like you can taste the iodized salt versus just salt doing what it does, which is being a flavor enhancer versus a spice or a seasoning. Because this is where people get it twisted. Let me drop some knowledge on y'all while this is over here braising. Okay, let me. Salt, okay, is not a seasoning. It's a mineral. It is a flavor enhancer. You should never be able to taste salt. It should only make foods taste more like themselves. That is including sweet and savory, okay? Whereas pepper is an actual spice. It's a bark, it's a dried berry, it's a thing like that. And then you've got herbs that are leaves and all that kind of stuff, right? So salt is a mineral, pepper is a spice, and then you've got herbs, okay? So I tell people all the time, salt and pepper are not married, they're just really good friends. They don't always have to go together. Particularly, oh, thank you for the good explanation. Yes, particularly like if I'm doing something that's got, let's say, jalapeno in it, then I don't need black pepper because I've got two types of peppers competing. Or if it's got cayenne in it, what should I use? Oh, kosher salt or sea salt. Iodized salt you can use in baking just because the granule is a lot smaller, but I still use kosher or sea salt and whatever. Yes, girl, I be knowing. Okay. That's my chefy dance. But so yeah, salt and pepper are not married. They're just really good friends. That's the tweetable. Holla at your girl. What about pink salt? So okay, so when you get, let me start this real quick. When you start getting into specialty salts like Himalayan salts or smoked salts or whatever, those are finishing salts, right? So that's not something you want. First of all, the price that you're paying, you're not going to want to put it inside of a dish where you're not going to get to enjoy it. And some of those salts, like smoked salts, obviously have a flavor associated with them. So you got Himalayan salt, you got pink salt, you got Fleur de Sel, which is gray salt, which is really good. If you listen, if you love me, you would buy me gray salt, okay? Or sel gris as what it's called. So those are finishing salts. You never put those like into the cooking. Save your money. Yeah, this is what I do. This is what I do. Okay, how many of y'all, give me a number one if this is your first time on a scope with me, or first time even encountering me, because I didn't introduce myself. Give me a number one if this is your first time. Okay, peeps. Okay. Oh, well, welcome. Okay. Let me do a little mini intro. I'm sorry. I was rude. 1.5. I love it. Okay. Well, welcome everybody. So I'm Evelyn, aka Chef Evelyn, as known by the title Glamazini Invited. I love it. That's my girl from back in the day. Which I need to holler at her anyway. Let me stir a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit more chicken stock. So what I do, someone just invited me. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining. A little bit more chicken stock in the cabbage. I am a professional chef, right? And so I've done a little bit of everything. I kind of did the non-traditional route. Thank you guys so much for the hearts. It made me feel good. Hey, what's up? So listen, I used to be an engineer. I used to be a chemical and environmental engineer, and I didn't really like it, okay? Quit that, went to culinary school where I double majored in the savory side, which is like regular chef, and then the baking and pastry side. So I do desserts and sweets, and I do the savory stuff. And I kind of with the non-traditional route. So I didn't work in restaurants and hotels, but I did a lot of catering. I've done personal chefing. I've done private chefing. I've done a little bit of research and development. I've done menu preparation. And then about 6 years ago, I started teaching. I was working at Sur La Table, and I got a chance to start teaching, and I fell in love. I was like, this is my thing, okay? And then from there, sold, I'm coming over for dinner. What time? Holla at me in like 20 minutes. Listen. From there, I, took a job at a gourmet retailer where I ran their cooking school. And so I wrote hundreds of classes, taught hundreds of classes, had a team of chefs. And so I have found that I really, really enjoy. I've done like private dinner parties. I've cooked for a couple of names that you may have recognized. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big name dropper, but those of you who know, you know. But I found that my favorite thing to do is to teach, right? Like, I could do dinner parties. I could like cook you into a fit a little bit, make you take a nap. You know how Erykah Badu say, I can make you put your phone down. I can make you unbuckle your belt and go to sleep. That's what I can do. But listen, so I teach online cooking classes. So like, I think it was 2 Saturdays ago. I'm in Dallas, but I teach all my cooking classes virtually, right? So this is like a mini sample of what I do, I guess, but usually there's a theme menu or I'm teaching a skill. Like I did an hour and 45-minute knife skills class that was totally free a week and a half ago. ChefEvelyn.com. It's yes, ChefEvelyn.com. Yes. It was an hour and 45 minutes. It was totally free. If you follow me on Google Plus or on YouTube Chef Evelyn TV, then you can catch the replay before I take it down. But yeah, so I teach online cooking classes. I feel like this, right? My goal in life is to help you eat out at home more. Okay, become a better cook. I live in Houston in June for the Hair Expo. Oh, nice. That's about 4 hours away. Thank you, Rushni. So that's what I do, guys. So I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself from the beginning. Welcome to the family. I hope that you will decide to follow. And I bust up on a scope randomly a couple times during the week with some food tips, or we talk about food, or we do what I like to call sips and giggles. Thank you guys so much for the hearts and for sharing with your followers. So enough about me, but now that we know each other better, y'all can tell me where you're at, where you're from. Leave me a little comment. You follow me on Twitter. That's what's up. Yeah, leave me a comment. Tell me where you're from, what you do. Florida in the building. My homegirl just moved to Tampa. South Carolina, ATL, what? Idaho, Nashville. Okay, what part of Idaho? Okay, so while we do the roll call, let's check in on a cabbage. Jersey, what part? I used to stay in Cherry Hill for a while. We got ATL, what? Maryland, what part of Maryland? Boise, Idaho, Arizona. What part of Arizona? I just took a solo vacation in, not Tucson, Toronto in a building. Dallas, holla at me, Missouri. I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri, so that's what's up. LA, Michigan. What part of Michigan are you from? I did an internship with Ford in, no, I was in Dearborn, and then I was in a couple of different places. Tucson, I got a homeboy in Tucson. I was not in Sonoma. Where's the other place where people go on vacation in Arizona? Not Phoenix, not Tempe. Listen, I like to travel. Okay. Let's look at our cabbage. Look at this beautiful color, guys. Okay. Look at this. Can y'all see that? All right. Let's taste. Let's taste. Get us a fork. I already know it's probably going to need some salt, but that's okay. Thank y'all for the hearts right now. And I don't like it overly mushy. Grand Blanc, Michigan. Where was I? I was in Fort Vista. I can't remember. It's been so long. That was a long time ago. It's beautiful. Thank you. Okay. So. Boo. Listen. Okay. A little bit. It's ready. A little bit more salt. Okay. It looks like a lot, but it's not. Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna mail you a little taste, okay? Oops, lost a piece, don't want to lose a piece. And a little bit more pepper. You know what? Let me tell you what I'm gonna do to set it off though. So let me turn this down. Let me tell you what I'm gonna do to set it off. So I got a little bit of apple left, right? Right? Y'all ready for this? This is how I'm gonna set it off. Well, besides eating these pieces. Okay. Cause I still want some of that like fresh sweetness, right? Oh, y'all not ready? Y'all listen. I don't cook with recipes. Most chefs don't. Okay. Cause I know somebody gonna ask me like, where that recipe at? You saw me do it. Set it off. Listen, you're not ready. How about to set it off up in here? It's about to change your life. Listen. Okay. Dum, dum, dum. Right? I'm going to eat those 2 pieces. Okay? Yes, yes. Right? Hold on. And let me get my bowl. So, y'all already see where this is going? Y'all already see where this is going. Right? And then, remember I got my bacon right here. Cookbook, actually, coming this summer. What am I going to eat it with the cabbage? I'm just going to eat the cabbage because I'm being lazy tonight. Let me rinse out my bowl. We about to plate it up. What kind of meat would you cook with? Pork is usually a great one. What is that? What is what? Yeah. I mean, you can just do cabbage and like a pork chop, like a grilled pork chop. That would be nice. I mean, but you can do it. I mean, you can do chicken. Like if you wanted to do kind of like a spin on fried chicken, like you could do like a fried chicken with a sriracha honey. I really don't fry at home much though. Let me do this while I'm doing this. Bend it over. I really don't do a whole lot of fried chicken because I just don't want to. What did you just cut up? That was some leftover Granny Smith apple that I had. There's some in the cabbage too. But boo, y'all not ready for what I'm about to do to your life right now. You actually hate cabbage? That's okay, boo. You know, hey, I don't like condiments. Like, I rarely eat, like, ketchup, mustard. No, I don't eat ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, relish, sour cream, creme fraiche. Like, if you're too close to me with ketchup, I probably will ask you to back up and give me 50 feet because I can't. When I tell you I can't, I can't. Okay. Babe, y'all are not ready for what is about to happen right now. Okay? So, listen. Cabbage. I need a spoon. Let's do a spoon. Actually, I'm gonna do tongs. Got some clean tongs here. Okay. Oh, listen. So you get your cabbage in there. I told y'all this was gonna shrink a ton. Okay. Right? You see that? Set it off. Oh, I missed some of the comments. Okay, you got the cabbage. But listen, I'm gonna take a little bit of that apple. Oh, are y'all looking at this? I know this is different. I like to add some gourmet to your everyday. Y'all, this ain't hard. What did I use? 4 ingredients? 5 ingredients? Then, wait. The mother that goes with all red cabbage. Apple cider vinegar. It needs a little, yes, 1 plate meal. It needs a little bit of acidity, right? Okay. Now, the reason why I don't put this in the pot is because acid will make it change to a really ugly color. And then, y'all, listen. The bacon. Right on top. Oh! Boo! Look at this. Well, how many ingredients did we use? 4? Bacon, onion, apple, cabbage, chicken stock, and then a splash of apple cider vinegar. This is how I like to cook. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. So, obviously, that was quick and easy. I mean, it took longer because obviously I was explaining, I was talking to y'all, whatever. But you could throw that on. You know what I'm saying? Yes, please try it. And if you do, take a picture of it and tag me on Instagram. If you're not following me on Facebook or Twitter, or Instagram or Periscope or Google Plus or LinkedIn. Oh my God, I'm everywhere. Or Pinterest. I'm Chef Evelyn, all one word. Chef Evelyn, all one word. ChefEvelyn. Can somebody type that in for the peeps? Thank you guys so much for the hearts. Listen, this is a one and done. This is a one and done. Can y'all see this? Look how colorful this is, right? You can do something green, thank you, but no space. Yes, it's just like that with no space. Thank y'all for the hearts. You can have, okay, some green. There we go. We got some green on the side and a little piece of meat. Baby, you done. I'm just gonna eat this for dinner. Now you know, and ChefEvelyn.com. Thank you, Rushni. Actually, side note, I need to message you because I need your address. I have something that I have been holding on for you for a year. But we're not going to talk about it. And I need to mail it to you. Okay? Y'all see this? Of course, me being who I am, I got to take snaps for the gram. Which means the Periscope is about to end here in a moment. But I just wondered if y'all had any questions. And listen, I'm about to eat these chopped up apples. Okay? Yes, I will mail you food. Can't wait for your cookbook. Yes. Look for it this summer. It's coming out in volumes, right? So just know that there's gonna be volumes coming out about once a quarter. Yes. But I also, guys, if you really enjoyed this, you can catch the replay if you didn't see it from the beginning at catch.me/ChefEvelyn for the replay. You can share it with your friends and family, whoever you would like to. You can catch the replay so you can see everything that I did. Proportions, because I didn't measure anything. If any of you guys took my online cooking class this past summer, I did 7 weeks where I teach you how to cook without recipes, right? Because it's just easier. You take what you got on hand and you make it work. So, yeah, y'all, follow me on the gram. I'm about to snap some pics here for the gram. About to stump for the gram. And, yeah, if you follow me on Facebook and Twitter, the replay is going to come right after I end this if you want to watch it from the beginning. And you can also share hearts in the replay. And, yeah, y'all, till next time. And be on the lookout. I'm going to be doing some online cooking classes where it's going to be full menus. You get the recipes. You get some tips. And that's going to be starting it is March, this month. Okay, so I will see y'all later. Peace.